I am Bob Siosic, the founder of World's Greatest. Filling in a little bit, we have Brandon. Brandon Miller is this is his last day of finals, Natoya.
Oh,
So
yeah.
he's got finals tonight, and then he's going to be back on in a regular rotation of hosting. Devin is kind of, recovering a bit from his wild weekend with the Eagles and Penn relays. But
Uh,
so
I'm
did you
still
know?
trying to recover.
I yeah, I know you. We're gonna talk all about you, but first I need to tell you this is show 36. Did you know that?
I did not realize that.
Number 36. So we live stream every Monday and Thursday, 9 o'clock Eastern time, and across 36 shows, we now have almost 3 million views and 36,000 hours watched. That's the number that I'm like, what? That is crazy,
We're going
right?
places, Bob. We're going places.
We are. So our whole concept here, I'm not supposed to be on the show. We're supposed to just have all athletes, but I'm filling in
You're an
because,
athlete.
well, I was an athlete. I'm no longer an athlete. So let's stop all that nonsense. So last Saturday was the Penn relays, and tell me in your words what happened on Saturday.
Well, we went out there. We ran a 600. I'm just kidding. Well, our parent relays is like over the years, like pure excitement on Saturdays. Lots of Jamaicans in this time. So as a Jamaican, you have to go there and show out somehow. you know. So I had to make sure I'm up in that top two or top three because listen, Jamaicans are not easy. But that was my second competition for the outdoor season. I was happy it was warm because a couple days before, I know you were cold. You're from New York, and
Well,
we're cold.
we were there shooting all week, and I was thinking the same thing. It was windy, it was cold. We were at the stadium as well on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and it was cold.
Yes, it was like 50 something degrees, and it was still cold because of the wind. But I went out there, ran a 600. I know I could have done way better, but I'm just happy to know where I'm at right now. As I said, that's my second track meet for the season. Last week, I ran a 400 and a 4x4. So that's basically was my third race for the outdoor season. So I'm pleased to know where I'm at, even though I know I could have run faster.
I know you were dialed in when you came across from the infield and you were going into that little holding area, and I was right there, and you didn't even say hi to
I
me.
was like, Bob pop out of nowhere. Natoya. I was like, hey, Bob.
So my number one thing when I'm at the track meets is I go like this. I don't want anyone to see me because I
But
don't
you,
want to throw you off your game.
but you wanted to see me though.
I know, yeah, I had to shoot you. Yeah, we had to
Yeah. I was like, Bob. I was finished running, right?
Well, that was when you're finished. Before
When
that,
I
though, you were
when
going
I
into the
saw
pen.
you.
Oh, you were going into the holding area before the race, and you came in. You were all game face. There was
Oh, so
no
I didn't saw you?
no, there was no Natoya smile. It was just all you were
I
very
did not
serious.
saw you, Bob.
Yeah. So talk to me. So do we have this graphic right? It a Jamaican record this in the 600?
Yes, is someone tweeted it. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, yeah.
Because the previous record was 124.17. I don't even know the person. I saw the name, but my coach, I think, know the person. Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Well, and wasn't it the Jamaican prime minister or the president who was there?
the prime
Prime,
minister.
all these police started showing up, and we're like, and everyone's taking pictures. I'm like, what is going on? They're like, it's the prime
Listen,
minister.
I was like, Mr. Prime Minister, because he knows me obviously. I was like, because I was outside of where they were. I was like, Mr. Prime Minister, and then he saw he was. I was like, and I was like, and I ran.
So to break down that race though, so it was a really I looked across those lanes and I'm like, "Oh my god, this is like an Olympic field." Right? I
It
mean,
was packed.
it was
Pure
packed.
talented athletes was in that. Pure talent.
So it was a thing Mo, it was you, it was Ajay Wilson, it was
Yeah,
Nia Akins, yeah. uh,
Baker.
Olivia Baker.
Is it Sadie Anderson?
I think so.
I think
I don't
so.
know the woman's name.
Jasmine Frey.
Jasmine Frey. That's right.
It was 8 of us. Somebody. I'm
So
missing.
that race. So
Oh, and Sophia. Don't forget the high school
that's
girl.
right. That's right. So in that race, though, so how did it play out? Because when you're there, sometimes like where I was, I only get to see you coming around once, so I don't know what's going on the other side. So how did that race break down?
Okay, so when you're in the race, it's a different experience than when someone is watching it. Because when I went back and watched the race, I was like, why I was right there? Why weren't I right there? But in the race, especially after the first 200, that bend going into 300 meters to go, I couldn't do nothing. I just had to just stay there
And
because
what spot were you? What place were you in at that
I
point?
was I was third, but Ajay was leading. I think Mo was like right on her shoulder, and I was behind. I think Mo, and you cannot pass. I think because I think is like so tall, and it's the curve. Like you can't. And my coach was yelling, "It's too slow. 200 was slow."
Oh, really?
And then I tried to go. I'm like, oh, I can't go nowhere. Just stick right there.
Because isn't that so? I don't want to like you guys know each other, so you know how each of you run. But isn't it like all three of you like to run from the front?
Well, I mix it up a little.
You
I'm
do.
known to
Okay.
be the front runner, and I think three of us we love to run from the front. But like in this race, it was different. It was totally different, and you just have to cycle in, right? Like just position yourself properly because
So at 200, it was a slower pace than what you're thinking,
yes, my coach was like,
but it
because
didn't.
they
It didn't.
call out 27, but we were actually 26.
Uh,
So, with a 600 meter, you more have to try to be on the 400 side than the 800 side.
hmm,
We were almost like running 800. The pace like the first 100, was good, I think, but then we slowed down,
right.
because we have to cut over. So, of course, the first 100. And then we were basically in a jogging mode, even though we were moving.
Right. But then I saw you guys. So I was at the turn before the final turn, whatever you would call that. What's that turn?
That's the last 200 to
The-
go. So
So
that would be 500.
so I was watching there, and I think you were in third place there still.
Yeah.
And then I saw you go around as you ran around me and around the far side of the track. You just went boom, and you made a move, and a thing made her move. Did she go first or did you?
Yeah, she moved first. So by the time she moved, I haven't moved yet because I'm trying to like get out of this little because Nia was like right there as well. So
Right.
I had to get out of whatever I was in so that I can get to, kick.
Yeah.
So I didn't get to move the way I wanted to move. Like I basically almost moved at 100 to go. And I wanted to move, way before that.
Right. Right. So then, but as it came down the final stretch, it was just it looked like a thing just kind of real like she just really was going, but it seemed like you were right there, and it felt like you were gaining, and then it was like you two and the rest of the field, basically.
Yeah, I think I was getting a little bit, but it was too late.
Yeah,
That thing was gone. It's
but you
not
got to be
easy to
proud of
stretch
that.
long legs. I am proud
Yeah,
because a lot of persons don't know, but I got injured right before World Indoors. So to come back and like doing what I'm doing right now, I'm proud.
right. No, you got to be. No, you got it. I mean, it was so exciting to see the uh what else can you tell us about what about the whole team that you were so you I don't know if everyone knows you're an assistant coach, right? You're a volunteer coach for Clemson as well. So how did the team do?
I really think they went out there and did well this past weekend. Unfortunately, we didn't get to run the 4x4 men, which would have put a little competition on the whoever won, because those guys, they can run. You know, our
Yeah.
team, they can run. They ran, I think 305 or 306, something like that. I don't remember. But you know, we were looking forward to see what they did at Penn's, and it was the perfect weather. And
Mm.
one of the guy on the team, he's a Jamaican guy, and trust me, he have friends. He's cool. They're gonna trouble him if he don't run good. So
Mm.
you know he was ready to show out.
There
But
was a huge Jamaican crowd.
yes, it was. So one of the guys, you know, was feeling something in his hamstring. So they were actually they warm up, because I'm sure you saw for Clemson boys. You
Yeah.
know, they were warm up and out there, they call in for the 4x4, and then right then and there, it was they scratch.
Mm.
But I was and the 4x2. I'm so proud of them. They won the 4x2. You know, so it was a great weekend for Clemson. I really think they went out there and did their best.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to get Teahna to reload in here because I don't see her on my end. Let's see.
Probably jump off or something.
Yeah, let's see. Again, we're launching an upgrade to the platform here on FanFest. So, you know, you're gonna have a few technical glitches here and there.
That's right.
Um, that's gonna happen a little bit. So we'll see if we can get her on here in a minute. Um, but yeah, I mean, that was my first time at Penn Relays. Yeah, it was really exciting.
Wow. And you not even see the best of it, because
Exactly, because we didn't get to see
stand
the
just be
yeah. Oh, here's Teahna here.
more.
Let's bring her in before anything else happens.
Let's
So
go, Teahna.
let's let's send her in.
Hey,
There-
Teahna, welcome, Teahna.
Congratulations on your
Thank
record.
you. Welcome to the world's greatest.
Thank
This is
you.
where the world's greatest meet. Okay.
Right.
Right.
Here.
Yes.
So Natoya, I'm gonna leave it to you to make the intro of Teahna because
Okay.
well, you probably know better than me, but I don't
Oh
know.
my gosh.
We're
Let
gonna
me,
test. We're gonna
No
test you.
I
No
need to
pressure.
find
No pressure.
Well, the one I'll give the one thing. So I'm not sure everyone knows this. So Teahna is the only female sprinter, 100-meter sprinter for the U.S. to make the finals in Tokyo. We have that right, Teahna, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Definitely.
you normally think of how like U.S. is so dominant and U.S. is going to win all these medals, and here you are, the only woman to make the finals. Um, are you more proud of that or the medal that you won?
I mean, I know there's some stiff competition in America. I would not sleep on that at all. Like our 4x1, a very interesting fact. Our 4x1 was the third fastest in American history. So that just so that just kind of tells you like
Wow.
we don't there's
And you had some greats that passed through America now.
Exactly. Just thinking about how many greats that we've had in the years. So yeah,
Wow.
but I definitely would say the medal is probably my favorite thing. Obviously, like we all dream to get an Olympic medal. Like that's number one. So yeah, to get
Okay,
one on the first try was good.
so I'm gonna give you a little stats to let you all know who this girl is, leading up to the woman that she is today. Okay. So Miss Teahna Daniels, she's 25 years old.
Mm-hmm.
She's from Orlando, Florida. She went to the University of Texas,
Mm-hmm.
and she now is training in Texas at UT, right?
Mm-hmm. At UT.
Yeah, she's the 2019 Big 12 Conference Indoor Track and Field Champion in the 60 and the 200. And I remember that because I watched it. So she won the 60 and she was ninth in the 200. She was also 2019 NCAA Indoor Track and Field six. Wait, you ran the Big 12. You won, and you were second at NCAA. And outdoor championships, she was first in the 100 meters. She was first in the 200 meters.
Wow.
And first in the 4x100 meters.
Yes.
Can you believe that? triple threat. Okay.
Yes, Big
Triple
12.
threat. Okay, at the Big 12 conference. Yes.
Mhm.
And at the NCs, she was fourth in the 100 and she was fifth in the 200, and their team was eighth in the 4x1. Listen, when you talk about NCAA, it's like a mini Olympics now. So for you to be able to accomplish what you accomplished, she fell off. Oh my God, what happened?
What happened? Let's see what happened.
Come back, TT, come back.
We don't know what happened.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I'll ask her to try it. But you're hitting on something big, though. This is like a mini Olympics,
It is definitely.
right?
And if you can do what you do at NCs, and then you come out of NCs and hitting it big on the, the pro side of it, you are it.
Yeah.
Because I'm telling you, NCs is like a mini Olympics. It's crazy out there, man. It's crazy.
All right, here's Teahna again. Let's try again here.
I don't know what's happening. It kept cut.
I-
It keeps cutting off. I don't know.
And imagine,
All
I'm not done yet. I am not finished yet. Okay. That was just a little stats about when she represented the University of Texas, and she was phenomenal. I enjoyed watching her run. I actually met her for the first time in Orlando, in Claremont. Remember that time? I was like, oh, there's Teahna. I remember her, And she's representing Nike.
Mm-hmm.
And if you can represent Nike and still representing Nike, you are it, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Because Nike
it's hard.
does not play.
It's hard.
And imagine your first. It was her first Olympic trials, right?
Mm-hmm.
I just want to make sure.
Yep.
Imagine your first Olympic trials and you play second. And US and Jamaica, those teams are two of the hardest teams you can make to represent your country anywhere, whether it's Pan Am Games, whether it's Worlds, whether it's Olympics, any games. When you go, it could even be a little track meet out there.
Mm-hmm.
One of the hardest team to make for US and Jamaica.
And
And she
Natoya,
was second.
Natoya, these are the things that we can say when, like, we're not Teahna, but, like, I just feel like she's one of the overlooked athletes in track and field. I'm gonna say it. I think you're gonna agree with me, Natoya.
I agree, because she is so talented. Listen,
she's
Teahna
too
is
humble
so
to say it, but someone's got to say it for her.
I'd be rejoicing for you, Teahna. Trust me, I really do. Like when I see you run and you win and all that, like I'd be rejoicing because you are overlooked for real.
Thank you. I mean, that the outward recognition really doesn't bother me as much, honestly, because I mean, I know I have a support system with my family and stuff and my friends, so that outward stuff, I mean, I love it. I appreciate it so much, but that really doesn't define me as an athlete and like what I can do.
And that is great. That is wonderful. You can't let nothing define you. No one define you, because if you start thinking about that, and as an athlete, I can understand that as well. Mm-hmm. If you start to worry about what others are saying about you, then you're not going to reach nowhere.
No.
So I applaud you.
Thank you.
Don't you guys think too, if you are so aware of that you're ultimately never really satisfied, right?
And that is the tough thing about track and field or sports in general. I feel like in life in general, like you always feel like there's just a little more I can do to get further, down the lane. But
that's so true. That's so true.
Right? I mean, it's celebrating those little wins. I know we were talking the other day, Teahna, but when you were in Bermuda and won that race in that wind, what was that wind?
-5.2.
I was planning. You spoil it, Bob. That was gonna be a question at the end that I was gonna ask Bob.
What's your question? Go ahead, ask it now. Go ahead.
It is he fell off.
The
But
black people?
he fell off. He'll be back.
Yeah.
That question is like, what were you thinking? So I was waiting for the end of it to ask you what were you thinking. So
Mhm.
I'm gonna wait. What's going on? Oh my gosh. Is it not live no more? Guys, I don't know if I am the only one on here right now or oh, I don't know what's going on. Oh, so I am live. I am still live, guys. Everyone fell off. I am here all by myself. And I know they will be back on soon. And as you can see, we had Teahna Daniels, and we were talking about, some of her stats and, what she has accomplished. And just to give you all a little bit more of her stats while I wait until Bob and Teahna join again, in 2019, she actually won the 100 meters at the outdoor championships. That is USA Outdoor Championships, and she was fourth in the 200 meters as well, at the USA Championships. And also, even while representing University of Texas, she was third in the 60 meters in 2018 USA Indoor Track and Field Championships, and in 2017 she also competed, but she came 17th in the 100 meters in Sacramento that year, and for 2016 that was under 20 outdoor championship she was ninth. So you see, guys, and she's coming from a time of like 11:4 when she ran and came ninth in the 100 meters for under 20. And now this girl is running 10 seconds. And that is just a huge accomplishment because not many persons can do that, And also right here, representing the first academy. Oh, here
Hi,
come Bob.
Natoya.
Hey, Bob.
This is a
For one
fun
moment, I
show.
thought I was like, am I still live? Or
I'm still on with with Teahna, trying to get her on.
oh my gosh.
Try to refresh your whole page. I'm gonna mute myself.
Oh my
Natoya.
gosh.
You keep doing your thing. I'm gonna mute myself, Natoya.
Also, she represented the first academy, and there she is. I'm here
Hey.
talking to be talking to stats girl because I'm like, I'm allowed.
No, I was watching you. I appreciate the stats.
How did I sound?
Yeah. I was watching it, so you good.
You were doing great.
Teahna. Oh my god.
Hey, this is how it happens in athletics. Things go wrong. You have to ad lib. You have to find a way to get through. Hey, and it still might happen. We don't know. We got some things to work out on the upgrade of the platform.
Yes. Oh my gosh. That was. Listen.
All right. I want to turn it over to Teahna. I want to see what kind of questions do you have for Natoya, and then we're going to come back to you in a minute.
Ooh. Okay. What's your favorite thing about Jamaica? Because I want to go so bad. I've never been.
Things,
yeah. Okay, top three. What's your top three?
Okay.
And you can't say chicken.
Jerk chicken, of course. I love jerk chicken. Anything in chicken, actually. But if you go there, you definitely have to try the KFC. People always saying it's overrated, but it's not. It's just good. I'm sorry. And of course, the beach. I know you're from Florida. You use the beach and all, but it's like different when you go. Actually, going to the river is actually sweet too. Like just having the river beat on your back, and it's just wonderful. And I said beach, the food.
Waterfalls. What about the waterfalls?
Yeah, that's like the river, the falls, Downs River Falls, Mystic Mountain, all those adventurous things. And if you go down there, like you have to buy some of those. Like when I go to Jamaica, I can't wait to go eat some East Indian mangoes. But it's like during this season now, so I don't know when you're going. You're probably not going to be there, but I love East Indian mangoes. I love. But you have to tour. You just have to. If you go Jamaica, don't just sit on a resort.
No, I want to be with everybody. I don't want to be with the tourists.
Oh, she's gone again.
Oh no.
What's going on, Bob?
We're just Natoya, we're gonna get through this show.
Wow.
And then we're gonna figure it out. We're gonna figure it out.
What's going on?
She's back. She's back.
I don't know what's happening. I think because the screen keeps like going out. Maybe. I'm gonna just keep moving my mouse.
Okay.
Yeah, that helps. But yes, okay. You said the food, the beaches, and the mangoes.
Yeah, you gotta explore. Just go places. Yeah. Go places. Don't stay on the resort. Go places.
I didn't want to. I want to be with the culture.
Adventurous. I'm still yet to experience some of Jamaica. And I'm from there. I'm from the country, so I go up in the country all the time.
Yeah, Stacy talks about the country a lot.
Yeah, she's from Elizabeth, so
yeah. So and Chris Ann was my teammate too, and I believe she's from
another country. We all from different
countries.
Yeah.
That's my one question. Just because I always ask my Jamaican friends, like,
tell Stacey to take you. Go with Stacey. Go with somebody that is from Jamaica. You can experience it more. You understand? Because if they go and they hear that accent, they go want to like charge you and
probably. But I mean, I keep game. I understand. Florida. Floridians.
Oh yeah, you're from Florida. I'm telling you, they would charge you more than what you're supposed to because it seems when they change the money, you say, "Oh, that's a lot."
Noted. Gotcha.
Hey, Natoya, I think we should ask Teahna to give us her life story in 60 seconds because we don't know when it's going to kick you out again.
Okay, 60 seconds. Whew. Okay. I guess I can.
Natoya, do you have the stopwatch?
Okay. And I'm putting the timer so she can hear.
All right.
Lord.
Oh, it's gonna be saying 59 seconds. Okay, go.
Okay. Well, I'm Teahna Daniels. I'm from Orlando, Florida. I went to Dr. Phillips High School for my first 2 years of high school, and then the First Academy for my last 2 years. Shout out to Coach Rick. I went to the University of Texas from 2015 to 2019. I am a NCAA champion. I won my freshman year and had the American junior record. I don't know if it's still up or not. I'm not sure, which is 7-11. Graduated in 2019. I've been a professional athlete since then with Nike. I've been a part of many World Juniors teams. I've been a part of the 2019 Worlds team in Doha, where we won a bronze medal. Shout out to my team. And then in Tokyo in 2021, got a silver medal and was in the final. That's pretty much it. Oh, okay, my degree.
Wait a minute. Now we have to redo it. Reset that thing. And now, Teahna, you don't get to say anything about the athletics.
Okay.
It's your life in 60 seconds. Nothing athletic.
Right.
Right.
Ready? Go.
Okay. Oh. Wow. You know what? What's crazy? You can pause it. What's crazy is your life is so wrapped up in track, you don't even know how to separate it. That's wild to me. So thank you. That's something I got to work on.
The first person ever. So we do this all the time. And then, this is how we get our super docs, kind of the bed of the audio, right? We do this, your life in. But 4 days, or was it Saturday? No, Friday. We did this with Omar McLeod in Philly. He's the first athlete ever who didn't mention athletics.
I love that.
Did I mention athletics?
We knew that he likes to design. He has 3 dogs. He has two dogs that are the same kind. He's got a new one, a Rottweiler. Like, we know all the names. Like,
That's my inspiration. Love that.
Did I mention athletics?
yes, you did.
I did.
Probably.
All right, should we restart,
Ooh.
Teahna? Or-
Okay.
Okay.
We want to know all the dirt. Oh, no.
Oh, she fell off again. Oh.
Just when it was getting good. How is she going to come back this time?
I didn't
Yeah.
mention
Oh, wait a
my
minute.
one video though.
I see her here, so we're going to bring her back.
Sorry, y'all.
Okay. We're gonna start again. We're doing
Okay.
this again. Okay.
One more time.
Ready? Go.
Okay. I'm from Orlando, Florida. I attended. Wow. Well, my mother's name is Linda Latson. My dad's name was Willis Daniels. I have 2 older sisters, 3 older brothers, a younger sister, and a younger brother. Shout out to them. I know they're watching. I grew up with a small dog. I have a dog now. Come here, Chris, if you want to see him. I got him in 2017, rescue dog. Oh man. Oh yeah.
You do snow angels.
Snowstorm. Oh, I'm 25. I do yoga. Love yoga. Keeps me sane. That's my
You go down lazy rivers with your dog upside down in a tube.
Yeah.
Oh,
all the time. Yes.
Isn't it funny though? You're right. We get so wrapped up in our work.
Yeah,
It's like we don't even know what kind of music you like, the food you like. Do you like going to museums? What's going on? Like, what do you
yeah,
do?
tell
for
us about
fun?
that. Tell us.
well, yeah, the museums. I do love museums. I actually just went to a Tupac Shakur exhibit in LA while I was there for Mount Sac, and that was really cool. I'm really big into the arts. What type of music I'm into? I'm really big into R&B. I'm pretty open. I just don't like. I wouldn't say I don't like. I just don't listen to country. And I live in Texas. That's crazy. Yeah, but I'm
Only Kenny Rogers. I need that now. So
yeah, yeah. I'm big into a lot of music, but yeah, that's pretty much. I'm pretty simple. I'm a simple gal.
Do you want to try to guess Natoya's favorite comedy show?
Comedy show, okay, like a sitcom or
Sitcom. Yeah.
is it American based?
Yes.
oh yeah.
Oh,
Try to take some guesses, and we'll
That
give
means you
you.
didn't watch my 1-on-1 video because one name in it would give it away.
Okay. Is it old? Is it 90s or
yeah, 80s, 90s, yeah. Like 80s, late 80s into early 90s.
little further back.
oh man, is it like Fresh Prince or something? I was thinking like Fresh Prince Martin.
Hey, you're close because you're in an urban environment. So that was right.
I'm just going blank.
Is 80s, the end of 80s? Okay.
All right, just let us know. Just let
It's
us
an
know.
all black cast. So just give you a
Oh, Living Single.
no.
Older than
Although
that.
I like that too.
I don't know.
We had a shoot with her here, and she was watching these videos.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I have more than one, but
Sing
my favorite
the
time.
jingle.
huh?
Sing the jingle.
What's the jingle?
So sing the
Moving on up.
Oh,
that's one of them though.
Oh, okay.
oh.
The Jeffersons.
The Jeffersons.
I was watching it. I'm still watching it because it's like 11th season. But my all-time is the Cosby Show though.
Cosby.
That's why
I
I'm
was thinking of the
making
Jeffersons.
Ration.
That's right. Oh, that's why you like her so much. All right.
Yeah.
From that show.
My bad. I should have known that.
I love the Cosby Show. Like
It's
nothing
a
to my
classic.
Cosby.
It is a classic.
I watched it so many times, like all 8 seasons.
I think. Oh, I just had an idea though. So Teahna, I don't know if you got a chance to see Natoya's new one-on-one episode that we just put out the other day. But I think we should do a voting thing of who did the best one, because we did it with Will London. We shot his episode. We're gonna post that one on Thursday.
Oh
we lost it
my.
again.
Yeah, I can't wait to see that.
Yeah, it's good. But he was loving. Oh, here I can pop her back in. I think. Look at
I'm
this.
just refreshing it.
At least. So did you refresh that, or was that me popping you in?
You pop me in.
Okay. So anyway, but we could do that as a voting thing, right? So we could have like a battle of the one-on-ones.
Mm-hmm.
Because Will loved Vernon's, and so we'll see if Vernon likes Will's. I don't know.
He probably will. Wait,
I need to see Vernon's. I don't think I saw it yet.
Oh, you got to watch Vernon's.
You
Vernon's.
gotta watch Natoya's.
I will. I definitely will.
So Natoya, all right, I'm gonna start asking some questions.
Yes.
I want to go to our list that we have.
Yes.
Do you want to go first, or should I go first?
Okay. So, what's something nobody knows about you, but is a big part of who you are?
I would say, okay, I wear this necklace. I don't know if y'all can see it. It has a W on it, and it's gold. It has a lot of different representations. I would say the number one is my dad's name is Willis. So this is like a tribute to him. And it also means like win, and it's gold, and I guess it's really close to my heart. I love wearing this necklace. It's a great reminder for myself to keep going.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
That's louder than New York City. What's going on over there, Natoya?
I live by the highway.
Oh, that's you. Okay. I thought that was Natoya.
No, I live by the highway.
I practically live by the highway. I'm on Canal Street.
I don't know the
New
train.
On Canal Street.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
Hey, if you
Sarah.
want knockoff purses,
I
come
was
on
about to
down.
say love visiting there every time I go to New York.
Okay, Teahna, why sprints? Because for me, I always say the 800 chose me. I didn't choose the 800. So why sprints?
Kind of similar. The 100 just shows me. I tried so many different sports. Not sports. I tried so many different events. I tried long jump. I tried hurdles, the 200 hurdles. I tried triple jump, and it just wasn't working. But in sprints, I've always just had this like thing where I can dominate it, like just put my mind to it when it comes to competing when it comes, especially the 100. Oh my goodness, it's my baby. But yeah, definitely I can definitely piggyback off that the 100 definitely chose me, because I honestly I would love to do the hurdles. I think the hurdles is so cool. Yeah, the 100 hurdles.
Well, for me, it's the 400 hurdles. Oh my
The
gosh,
hurdles
oh,
are cool. So many track and field events are so interesting, right? Where you just go, because they're so like, it's like a circus.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It reminds me of a circus because I literally, and I think I've told you both this, I had never been to a track and field event, even in high school. So I never went in my whole life until I went to Drake Relays in 2018.
Yeah.
And-
But when we were talking the other day, and we were saying like track and field athletes are I feel like the most diverse, obviously, because from long distance to short to jump, to throws, everybody looks different. So, and they're you can be dominant but look a certain way in any event.
I think so. While we're on that topic, because I thought it was really interesting. So Natoya, you're about this wide, right? Your body is like literally this wide. You're like, I've never seen someone who's less wide than you, and I mean wide by like this way, not depth wide. And then so you're this wide, and then standing next to you is a thing, and she's this tall. Like,
Can I show you a picture? Let me show you a picture.
and you guys are running. In
Let
the,
me
right?
show you a
In
picture.
Teahna, in this case, they're running in the same event.
Let me show you a
Yeah.
picture.
Oh my gosh.
Right,
so
and her knees kind of bend, even though mine slightly a little bit too.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
But it's so true, right, Teahna? You can be any body type,
Mhm.
and you'll find a sport, you'll find an event, right?
And that works for you. Yeah. Yeah.
That's true.
Definitely. I mean, I know we had this conversation before, but my body type, I'm strength based, so I have a lot of muscle, big thighs, and yeah. Yeah. But I've always,
Oh,
No.
I think our computer probably keep, as she said, it keeps because right now my computer.
So far, you're the only one who hasn't been knocked out.
Yeah, because my computer, I take it off the automatic lock screen, so it doesn't lock at all. So
Teahna, so far, Natoya's winning. You and me have been knocked off at least once, and she's
I'm over here.
100%.
I got a good Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
There might be Wi-Fi.
No, my charger before it cut off.
But wait a minute, we were just getting into an interesting area. So what you're saying? You're saying
I was just saying, like, I've always had battles with my weight and trying to be a certain weight and look a certain type to run. But as the years gone by and like as I'm getting older, I know now that I just need to work with what I have. Like I'm not gonna be 120 pounds. Like that's never gonna be me. Like ever.
Me neither.
Like I'm not even maybe in the 130s, low 130s, probably will never be me. But I'm still working with what I got, and I can still leverage with what I have. So that's just a note to all y'all sprinters out there that think that you need just one body type to be fast. Like no, work with what you got. Use your strengths.
That is so true. It is so true because if you look also in the 800, they would say typical 800 should be like small, like me, but if you look, I think it's tall. She's slim, but she's tall. And then you have Ajay, and look at Raven. You understand? Raven built more like probably a 400 runner, but that's her power. She cannot be slim like me. She can't be 104 or 5 pounds unless she's probably gonna look like somebody who's sick.
Yeah.
And if I gain weight, if I go up to 110 and try to race with that, I'm gonna not run fast. I promise you. Like if I should go and put on 2 more pounds right now and go and race, I'm not gonna run fast. When I PR'd, I was under 100 when I PR'd.
So this goes to kind of body image, right? I mean, this is kind of who I am. This is what I'm born with. This is like, why am I fighting what I am?
Yeah.
Right?
Mentally for me, I had to like stop going on the scale because I would be so subconscious about like, oh my gosh, I look so big. Like, but if I feel good, I'm gonna run good. So I'm not even gonna stress myself out about a number on the scale if my body is like, okay, you're still fine.
Yeah, because I think it's more muscles that you have. Like my best friend in high school, she was muscular from in high school. You understand? So it's more muscles. Well, I'm not putting on muscles, so that's why I will weigh 104 and still can race. But before that, I couldn't race with 104.
Yeah,
that would be too heavy for me. But it's all muscle mass. So I get what you're saying, T.
Yeah.
Don't let nobody make you feel no way, because if you listen to what's going on out there, you're gonna like have a low self-esteem, and you're not gonna feel like you're good enough to run the 100 because them girls over there, look at them, they're this, they're that, and I'm this. No,
it don't matter.
You're beating them anyway.
No. No. I mean, I still definitely have my own stuff that I have to work with and work out, but I'm working with what I got.
Yeah.
Hey, so exactly. So one of the things I'm really obsessed with and is how you guys harness like all the talent, all the mental energy, all the focus, all of like blacking out distraction. How do you harness all of that in one moment in time for a race? How do you do that?
Block out the negativity. Block it out. Like I
Like
honestly, I was
take us through it, Teahna. Like literally, like okay, how do you prepare? Like it's race day.
race day. Well, honestly, I would say two things definitely is my support system. Just making sure like I'm talking with my coach about how I'm feeling and like what I'm going through, and my medical person, like my chiro guy Noah, he definitely helps me out mentally in preparing for my races. And two, just kind of I guess
Oh, T.
Oh,
She keep on forgetting to touch her screen. That's why.
right when it was getting good.
I know.
She's popping right back in. So here we go. I'm bringing her back.
Yeah. T, remember to touch your screen.
Every time, Teahna, every time you're getting to the good part, it's like
Right.
it's like
They don't want
cliffhanger.
you to live, Teahna.
they don't want to see me be great.
Yeah.
This laptop don't want to see me be great.
Tax
But
shaming.
well, but what I was saying is my support system is my first one, and also like I don't have a routine, but it's just stuff that I do before just kind of help me relax. I'll in the mornings I'll go on 20-minute walks, get some coffee, and then I'll come back and like put my feet up, and then I'll get ready for my race. That'll be some things that I do. And also I'll read some stuff too, like affirmations, or read my goals or something, to keep my mind level.
So you would
But
say
then,
that motivates you.
Yes,
Right.
definitely.
Things.
It motivates me to just stay in my lane, because you can get so wrapped up in how a race goes. Like if you don't get a good start, oh my gosh, you can panic, and because somebody is beating me right here. But if you just stay in your lane and run your own race, you'll have a great race regardless. So those are the things that I do to make sure that I'm just staying in my lane.
so just to break that down a little bit more, and then Natoya would do it with you. So you're harnessing all that, right? You've read your affirmations, right? So now you're coming onto the track. So what's your kind of mental like process?
I'm finna beat all of them. I'm finna win. I'm about to win. I'm about to win. That's all that matters. Just win. Just win. I mean,
Do you feel that like you're like,
yeah, like it is a
just
feeling. Like
right?
it's a feeling that you have to have. It's a type of confidence that you have to have. Like you can't just like conjure it up on that day. Like you have, even, I mean, in practice and stuff, you have to have that confidence, like of I'm gonna win. I'm gonna win. Even if I do get my butt whooped on one of the reps, it's fine. I'm gonna win the next one. So it's just that constant confidence that you have to have within yourself when you step on that track, because everybody's great. Everybody is great on that line. You have to know that you're great too, and you can do just as well as them. So that's my thing.
Yep. You gotta hold your own. You gotta hold your own for real. Because a lot of my races that I ran, the way how I used to race is like, if I'm out front, somebody came upon me, oh, I think that I instantly have to, and then I ain't got nothing in the end to finish.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't hold your own and run somebody else's race, then you won't accomplish anything. And that happens a lot in races because you panic, because you never expect this, you never expect that, because it's easier said than done.
Mm-hmm.
You go in a race and say, all right, this is the plan. And then something just happened in the race and all this plan just fall right out through the window. So you just have to, you have to like tell your brain that this is, and you got to train your brain, not the day of the race, through every time when you go training, when you're at home, you got to train your brain to process and listen, this.
How do you train the brain? What are you doing to train?
Husband get on me. He's always like, And then my brain got frustrated. I'm like, okay, I'm tired now. So it's getting into my head, constantly repeating things over. One of my biggest pet peeves. So one of my biggest pet peeves is something that is to help me. But I love him.
I was about to say everybody has their thing. Everybody has their thing. Yeah.
Yep, I'm telling you, it's.
What are the Teahna? What do you see as? Do you have a question for her on 800 and those kind of mid distance, or do you see parallels between or differences or between your races and hers?
Sorry, y'all. Sorry, but I mean, yeah.
Oh no!
Come on, what's going on?
It's always a cliffhanger.
I would really want to rewatch this and see what. Oh
my gosh! Yes, we're bringing her back.
Okay, since I've been going on, it's been cutting off. Even if I touch my screen, it still goes off. So
It's still going off. All right. Yeah. So we're gonna have to have you on with our tech people like later this week to figure this out.
Okay.
You're like this is like a beta tester.
Yeah.
But what were you were just about to say something?
Yeah.
We were talking about like the parallels or differences with 800.
I just it's not a question. It's just like I admire y'all's kick. It's like when y'all get like to that between the 200 and the 150, that last one, and then y'all all just like y'all sprint. I'm like, where does that energy come from? Because
it's like we're keeping it right. I don't know, and that's why, like in practice, you have to practice that, like speed endurance workout and those stuff like that. That's what helps you to be able to do that. Because even though you see us sprinting on that last 150, our legs are burning.
Yeah.
Like it takes the mind to listen. That's why sometimes you see people say, "Oh, she dying." No, whenever I kick, I'm like this, but I fixed it. Whenever you see me do that, I'm ready to just kick and all the way through the line.
Yeah.
But it's some persons have a better kick than some, and it's all based on like strength and speed as well. Because some persons who are strong, they can keep going and but speed plays a lot in it too. So give me some of your speed, girl.
Give me some of your endurance, okay? For this 200, for these 200s.
Run some 400s. That will give you for the 200. No.
Okay. No. Yeah. For real.
No, for real. Don't be scared. You ain't got nothing to lose, Teahna.
No. Exactly. No. I'll be for it. Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody know Teahna has 100, 200. So if they see in the 400 and you're running, they're not gonna be like, "Oh, she ran that." No. It's gonna be a big, huge thing. Teahna Daniels in the 400. Trust me. You need that. Shelly, Elaine, all of them run 400 already. Like
I did not in high school. In college, folk put me in a few 4x4s.
I remember that. I do remember that, T. I do. I remember. And I'm like, what Teahna doing the 400?
That just looks so painful.
That 400 lactate. That's why when you said the 400 hurdles, I was like, because if I can get lactic in the 400, I can just imagine how them 400. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to the 800 and 400 hurdle runners and the 400 runners.
Yeah. Well, you know what's funny? We had Gianna Woodruff on last week, right? So she's 400 hurdler, right? And I forget who was co-hosting that day, but we said,
I think it was Jessica.
It was Jessica, and they were talking about 400 versus 400 hurdles, and then Gianna's like, I actually think easier. Oh no, now Natoya the first.
See?
Hey, she was getting
it's okay, it's a tester. It's okay.
She's getting too confident that she had.
It's okay.
It's okay. Hey, if we bump off, then you're on your own, and then you're gonna have to just take it from here.
Right.
But Gianna was saying how 400 hurdles are easier than the 400 because she's like, without the hurdles there, I don't know what to do. I'm just like running,
Right.
So she's just like, I'm just burning all my energy just running because there's no hurdles in the way.
Natoya.
I'm watching the screen, right? Then I see a bloop. And I'm like, but I'm right here. And I'm still seeing y'all talking.
That's what happened. That's what keeps happening to me.
That was crazy.
This is going to be great for our tech guys to really like try to puzzle this out.
I also want to know. I have an older sister. Her name is Latoya. So I just had to put that out there.
Toya. Okay.
She's probably watching too. Hey, Toya.
Hey, Toya. Toya here.
We have a lot of names besides mine that end in A. So
that's right. Bobby. Oh,
Bobby. I like that.
I'm gonna put your name in my phone as Bobby.
New nickname. All right, I got a question, Natoya. I'm probably gonna steal yours.
Oh, Teahna.
No, but so Natoya, I'm gonna ask you the question. What does it take to be the greatest?
It takes dedication. It takes patience. It takes discipline. It takes timing, right timing. Mm-hmm. It takes believing in yourself. And for me, that I'm a dedicated woman of God, it takes prayer. Mm-hmm. It takes everything that is positive out there to be the world's greatest. But it also takes the right mind, the right attitude, the people around you as well. Because you can have negative people around you and that drains your energy, and also it takes a great coach as well. Mm. There's many more to go, but I'm just leaving you with this.
Well, Teahna, your turn. What does it take to be the greatest?
Well, she didn't tell you everything.
Well, you were going to go first until you
and you popped out.
Well, okay. Well, just to piggyback with your mind, I would say this. Sometimes, your body is not going to follow suit, but as long as you keep a strong mindset, you can get through anything. So I feel like that's what it takes to be the greatest, really, in anything, not even in track. Just, it's really mind over matter. I say this to my friends all the time. Mind over matter. Mind over matter. Yes.
So true.
Oh, I did it 3 times on the trip to Philly. It was all about the parking spot. I'm like, there's no parking. Everyone's like, we can't get parking in front of the Airbnb. And I'm like, there's no reason we can't get a parking spot. Someone's getting the spot. Why not us? We literally turned left and a spot opened up. And I did it 3 times on the trip.
Faith.
Hey.
Mind over matter.
Mind over matter.
Faith.
So how do you guys, one other question on and then Natoya, you can throw in a few more. And Teahna, are you doing okay on time?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just gonna pack when I get off of here. So
where are you going, Kali?
I'm going to DC tomorrow for the White House visit.
Oh.
Excuse me. Take me.
Yeah. I got to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You should have a camera. You got to sneak in a camera for that somehow.
I hope so. I think they're gonna provide the photographers a picture.
Yeah, but we want your photos.
My personal video.
Yes.
A joke.
So, okay, this is actually a good segue to my question because that's one of those high moments, right? So the high moments are kind of like easy where you go, this is a high and you get to talk about it. And, I made the Olympics and I won a medal and I'm going to the White House and everyone's like, wow. Right. But what about those low moments? Like those moments when you're like, nothing seems to be going right. You're not seeing the results you want, or you're injured, or you're some sort of setback. How do you guys deal with those moments?
I personally like to go to my support system, like my mom. I actually just had a conversation with my mom today, and she was really giving me some encouraging words. But yeah, just going back to her, to my manager, to my coach, just for that like outwardly reassurance. But I also do my own with my yoga, my meditation, and just focusing on that and honing on that to kind of keep me grounded and not just go off the rails because I know that I can't control what happens to me, but I can control like how I react to it, to whatever I'm going through. So that's kind of where my mindset goes if something is going wrong.
Is that how too? Like thinking of Bermuda, that race, right? And I just when you crossed the finish line and you just had this giant smile, but the smile was more about what was that? That was insane.
You always stealing my question.
Oh, no. I forgot about that.
Go ahead. You can go ahead.
Yeah, nobody
Ask.
heard that part. I dropped out.
I want to hear from you.
I was leaving this for the last part, Bob. What were you thinking moment?
You take it away. Go.
So what were you thinking? Because I was watching the race. I saw the interview, but I want to get in your head. Because I know the Highlands is like a hurricane type of place. Ooh, she's coming back. Coming back. She's coming back.
She's coming back. We know she's coming back. She keeps doing it time and again. She's back. So
the good questions, she always jump off.
She always comes back.
Yeah.
There she is.
Okay.
She's back.
So,
sorry guys. I need to update my laptop. I think that's what it is.
But I drop off too on my maybe.
I know, and mine did it too. And mine's
we all need updates.
No,
So,
but okay, my mindset. When I was actually like right before the blocks, well, when we were chilling underneath the tent, not chilling, but when we were underneath the tent, like right before the race, I was just like, wow, it's raining now. Wow, this is amazing. I was like, we're having a great time. One more round. But after I got out of that silly mode, I was just like, you know what? Just run with intention. That's what I kept telling myself. Intention. Like, don't allow the wind and all that stuff to bother you and all that. Because in 2019, at USA Trials, we had a negative wind too for our final. So that stuff you just kind of have to block out and just think competition at that point. Like the time is going to be what it is. It doesn't matter. As long as you try to win. So that was really my main thing. And I feel like I got a pretty decent start. And while we were even running, I was just like, oh, okay, just go. Like, you got it. Keep going. But the wind was like, like in my face. And as soon as y'all saw it, as soon as we crossed the finish line, I was like, well, that was a lot. That felt like a lot. But yeah. I had fun. I had fun in Bermuda. It was a lot of fun.
Listen, what you don't see is what we see on the TV. They keep on showing the trees blowing. And mind you, I'm from Jamaica. I don't know, in Orlando you barely get hurricane there because of where it's at. But I'm from Jamaica where I experienced hurricane. Yeah. So I know how the leaves be looking. And when I saw them leaves moving, I feel like I was in Jamaica. There was a hurricane going on.
Yeah.
But there was people outside. Like, why are you guys outside?
Yeah. But it's that experience, just a testament of like how I view things. It's just like you can't control the outward world, you can't control the weather, but you can control how you execute. You can control how you push out the blocks. You can control, your thought process in the race. You can control, how you're positioning. So I just focused on that. I just focused on Teahna. That's
good.
Yeah.
Because that hurricane would have lifted me up in the air and fling me off the track.
It does help that I am strong, so it does help. That does help.
The circle of life, you see, going right back to you being powerful.
Yeah.
Because if it was my skinny butt, it would have lifted me up. Because one place I experienced that was when I was leaving from France to go to Birmingham for the indoor meet, and I'm telling you, I'm pulling my bag and the wind is trying to fling me off the road.
Going crazy. Yeah.
And I had a bag, so good thing I had a bag.
Yeah,
it would have lift me up. I'm telling you. So power.
Run with intention, though. That is such a metaphor for anything. I mean, that can be for anything in life. Run with intention. That should be like that's a title of your book when you're all done.
Actually, this is a fun fact. During my 200-hour certification process, at the end for yoga, at the end we had to give a presentation, like an infographic of like what we plan to do after we're done with the program, and my title of my infographic was "Intensify Your Intention." So that's like, I guess, like my life mantra.
That's pretty awesome.
Thank you.
Okay. So, another what were you thinking question? Okay.
Yeah.
So, wait. Okay. Okay. What were you thinking when you saw your team? Because 4x1 is a very technical event. I don't hear nobody say it's like that's. I don't start like there were when the little girls back in Jamaica won the 4x1 before the last button changed. Me and Shelly was watching and we were like, and that's when we start rejoicing after she got the baton. So my thing is, I know she's coming, so I'm gonna keep talking. My thing is how, what were your reaction when you saw your team cross that finishing line in Olympics and you saw that you get the silver medal? Because a lot of persons, they want medals. And your team was out there, run the third fastest time in US history. What were you thinking then, honey? What were you thinking?
I mean, I trusted my teammates, honestly. Like that, I feel like you have to have trust in the 4x1 to get the stick around. Me and Jay, we have very great chemistry, so I didn't have a doubt she would get it in my hands. And then me and Jenna, Jenna Prandini and me, we trained together, so that was perfect in itself. And then Gabby, I already knew, and I trusted Jenna and I trust Gabby, so I know they were going to get it around too. And even in the prelims, we were just saying we just need to get the stick around, and we all trusted each other. Me and Aaliyah were on the 4x1 together at in Canada. I think it was 2015. So I trusted that she would get the job done and get into the finish line. I mean, English is English. She's GOAT when it comes to the 4x1. So the 4x1 is really based off trust, and I trusted them. I trusted those ladies. So it was really no surprise. It was just, I knew we were gonna get a medal, and I knew we were gonna run fast. We just had to do it.
I want to steal a question from Jessica Beard. She asked Mike Rogers, but she did the male version. So the greatest, if you had to pick the greatest female 4x1, and you're on it.
Okay.
Who are the other three, and what position what leg is each one running?
The other three. Oh man.
Well, what leg are you running, first of all?
I think I want to pop it off. There's just something about first leg. I love first leg. I love first leg. But I can really run any leg, honestly. And then I would want to give it to Allison. Like what? Honestly, I would really just take the world record team and just put it on the track and put me on it. It don't even matter who, like, out of those four.
No, you gotta pick.
When I choose a 4x1 for them, like all time, whether they're dead or alive.
Okay.
Yeah, dead or alive.
With you,
me, to Allison, to, oh my gosh,
I would say.
Go ahead, give yours.
What's her name again? She won the second fastest time ever before Elaine. What's her name? She coaches USC.
What are you talking about?
What's the 100 girl from US?
Carmelita? Oh, yeah, of course. But I wouldn't put Carmelita on a curve, though.
No, I'm just calling out names. I don't know where you're putting.
Oh, okay.
Flojo. I'm just calling out names.
Flojo would definitely be. I'm trying to figure out my third leg. I don't know my third leg. That's where
so far, it's you to Allison.
Yeah, I don't know.
The third leg is going to Flojo.
I honestly would put
It doesn't have to be
better
American.
and second to Allison because Allison can run the 200 as well and she can hit the curve as well to
Yeah.
Flojo. So I'll say you to Carmelita to Allison to Flojo. That's how I would.
But I love Carmelita on the last leg though.
Well, then switch Flojo on second.
Okay.
I really think Allison should be in third because just
Third.
knowing that she is good with curves because of the 200 and
Yeah. But the way she was looking in London,
but anyway, anyway you put her, she gonna run.
She's gonna.
But right now, Carmelita and Flo won't have to be,
yeah.
either or either.
I would from my pick, I would do me to Allison to Flojo to Carmelita. I just gotta do Allison on second leg. She looked too good.
Well, Flo can run 200 too, so it's okay.
Yeah. Yeah. And Flojo was on third leg for their
Oh, she was?
Mm-hmm.
She would have eat up that curve.
Yeah.
Well, at least they had the 4 that I want anyway.
So I just have an observation. This is not a question. But the one thing that I've noticed in track and field, there is no women's and men's. Like, of course there is. But you don't look at the sport as a fan to go, oh, that's the women's and that's the men. There's no W track and field. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like if you go WNBA or women's soccer, like it's almost like in other sports, they make it like, oh, it's a man sport first, and then there's the women's. And in track and field, it's completely equal.
Just track and field.
Yeah. Right? I mean, you go there, you're running on the exact same track, right? You're doing the same things, and it's equally or
the guys are a little tad faster. That's all. They're just a little tad faster.
Right.
Tad faster.
That's
exactly.
I mean, yeah, we're all running the same distance. It's just they run a little faster than us. Because
But I think of that in terms of like when people talk about, I don't know, sport versus sport, and I guess it's WNBA and NBA, which kind of bothers me, right? Where you think of it like that, and it's like in track and field that doesn't even exist. I don't even think it's a thought. Men and women. It's just track and field, and the men and the women are competing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which is kind of cool,
Yeah, it is. The inclusion is definitely cool, and just being able to interact with them too.
Yeah,
and get inspiration from them as well is really nice.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's mutual respect too, right? I mean,
110%.
You guys all right? I mean,
yeah.
We need some laughs too. We need to hear the stupid jokes sometimes.
Yeah, because the guys are funny.
Stupid. They are. They talk some stuff you would not even listen. You just sit there and just laugh. And you learn from them too about men.
Really though. Really. But no, they are funny. And then plus I feel like we've been around them most of our lives too. Like, I mean, I've been running tracks since I was 8. A lot of the people that I know now that are professionals, like I knew them back then. So it's just we all grew up together.
Yeah.
Did you guys know when you were little? It's like when was that moment where you're like, "Ooh, I'm really good at this"?
When somebody told me.
My mom. Shout out to my mom. Yeah, it was actually she saw me racing the little boys in my neighborhood and barefoot, and I was like beating them and stuff. And so she put me on the AAU team. So I was like, okay, I guess I'm pretty good at this. I guess I can rock with this.
I actually I just was running. Like we have sports days in Jamaica, and I was in grade 3, and they would set up the grade 3, then the grade 4, then the grade 5, then the grade 6. So I'm off first, and I was in front running. I'm just running because they say, "Hey, run, go there, turn around, come back to the school," and I was just running. My brother was in grade 6 at the time. He saw me, and he was like, "Is that my sister?" And he ran and come to the front. So he won, and I was second right behind him in the cross country. And I still didn't know that I could, I wasn't thinking, oh, track, blah, blah, until I actually reached high school. Then that's when I understand that track, Olympics and all. I didn't know nothing. 2004 when that was the first time I heard about Olympics. When Veronica won. I didn't know nothing about, I didn't know about even boys and girls championships in Jamaica. Those,
Wow.
I didn't know nothing. I'm from a little community. Like, I don't go nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
When I start going to high school, that's when I start going to the town.
Mm-hmm. I love that. I love that.
That's cool. That's
Yeah.
really cool.
Yeah, the good time. Well, I mean, we still have great times now, but though that was the carefree times. Like, yeah, just the fun, just out here.
Yeah.
I still try to now, now as an adult, I still try to harness that fun. I still try to have fun, regardless of like where I'm at in my track career. Like, if I'm not having fun, then I don't want to do it. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
True.
It was interesting when we were shooting with Devin this week, and he said the exact same thing. Because I'm like, what's it like? This is, we're sitting there in Penn, and I love stadiums and stuff like that. I love just the environment of it. And I'm like, so for me, working there is cool, right? And then I'm saying to him, I'm like, what's it like? This is your office. He goes, hey, I don't think there's anything cooler than being a professional athlete. This is cool. This is fun, And even though he was doing, he did Eagles practice in the morning and track practice after, and he was having a blast.
Yeah, shout out to him too. That's what he's doing is like actually pretty dope.
Yeah.
I mean, we've seen Marquise Goodwin do it as well. So I'm glad that they're showing an example of like you can do.
Oh, no, I thought we were going to make it to the end.
I know.
Well, when she comes back, we'll wrap it up. But you come back so quickly, so clearly there's some little.
I have to refresh the page.
That's what
you're doing.
Too.
You're refreshing the page,
and then I press request to join.
Yeah, that's what I did too. That's why, because I tried to rejoin and it's not doing nothing.
So it probably isn't some gigantic glitch because you're able to come back in very quickly. But that's for like a behind the scenes show. Behind the scenes with the techies, with the computer programmers.
The tech peeps.
Tech peeps. Shout out to the tech peeps. Natoya, I think it's probably time to wrap it up for us. You guys probably get to bed. We know Teahna has to pack.
I have 13 minutes till my bedtime.
I love that. Yeah, strict regimen.
And I do this to him all the time. I got 13 minutes.
I know. So we got to let Teahna go. This is awesome. I'm so glad we could have you on. Obviously, we got to have you on again.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, we need to do a round table together, Teahna.
Yeah, I'm with it.
No, we connect. No,
Yeah, I think you guys should co-host. You guys would be good co-hosts.
Yes, when Teahna updates her computer.
Right.
No, it's on our end. We're gonna
I know. I'm just giving it trouble
over here.
Yeah.
Thank you, Teahna. Have a great night and safe travels.
Thank you.
Safe travels there.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, that was
Natoya.
Beautiful.
Hey, you guys are such pros. You just roll with it. You're just laughing it off.
That's how it's supposed to be.
This is how we have to do it. And once again, Natoya, we do a show and suddenly it's for an hour and 15 minutes. And we only had one guest.
One. That's the thing, when you have a guest that's full of vibes and they communicate with you, they're not shy and they just we just go with it.
Yeah.
Like you gotta feel a connection too sometimes. So that's when you get to
I
feel
like
the rhythm,
yeah.
feel the vibe.
Exactly. It's the vibes. I loved her line about run with intention.
Yes, definitely.
Right?
Because it's not easy out there, Bob. It's not. Definitely not.
Hey, when I watch you guys do what you do, I'm just like always amazed. And whether it could be 2 races ago that you have a not so good race, and then there you are at Penn Relays with a fantastic race.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, you didn't win, but it was a fantastic race.
Yeah, I got a national record. Come on.
National record.
Even though I know Coach wanted a faster time.
We have to do We got to do a coaches show where they're the host, and then you guys come in and give them a hard time.
True that. I know you would do it. He and Coach Graham, because Coach
Oh,
Graham always speaking on me. He always, because both of us' birthdays like one day apart. So he said he always trouble me before I trouble him because every time I see him, I always troubling him. So he always get me first.
that's so funny.
Yeah,
That is
it's
great.
fun. Or we should host and like ask him so many crazy questions.
I like that idea. I think you should pick. All right, here's the people that I want on the show, and then we bring in like one coach at a time, and you
Yeah.
guys could all pick on them and ask them tough
Yeah. What were you
questions.
thinking when you made that workout?
Everything sounds so easy from their perspective.
Right.
That's
That's
so
funny.
funny.
Yeah.
All right, Natoya. It's it's always fun to do this with you. You have such great energy, and I was so happy to see you at Penn Relays.
Yes.
So
Oh, I got sick.
where are you racing next?
So I should be back in as well, but I'll do that tomorrow morning. I will be going to California. I will be competing the 1500 this week. And
Where in California?
San Juan,
Oh, that one. Yeah, yeah.
the Sound City something.
San Juan Obispo or something.
Uh, well, I know I'm
Oh
going.
no, the Sun City one. Is that
The
what you're saying?
That's the name of it, right?
Is
Sound
it?
City. The Sound City.
Sound. Yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah.
two meets and
Is that an American Track League event?
yeah, the Saturday is the American Track League, but I'm running the Friday, the 15th.
Okay.
So,
This
yeah,
Friday. Okay. So you're traveling tomorrow?
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
That's why I can say, all right, I'll pack tomorrow morning.
All right. Exactly.
Actually, I started, but I had to at least put on my wig to come on this show.
There
So,
we go.
so I just put it aside.
Well, we're getting closer, by the way, in the edit of that other piece. We don't want to tell everyone everything, but we have
Yeah.
a really cool piece featuring Natoya. Super slick. Can't wait to share with everybody. That'll be later this month. Later this month.
I'm excited because if I'm one, Bob is gone. Bob just popped out, y'all. I don't know what's going on tonight, but we're just closing up on this session we had with Teahna Daniels. And he was just mentioning that, we did a shoot. It was what, last month? Yeah, it was in March. So, it should be coming out soon. And I'm excited about it. We did a one-on-one, and that's on World's Greatest YouTube channel. You can also find it on my Instagram page. And listen, guys, I think it's funny. I watched it about 10 times already. So, yeah.
I was gonna let you go and finish it out because it was so good. I just wanted to say goodbye.
Okay, so bye, Bob.
Bye, Natoya.
You can find the World's Greatest on Instagram. So go and follow them. They're also on Twitter as well. So go and follow them, and subscribe to their channel on YouTube. And you can also find me on Instagram, on Twitter, and also Natoya Goule's World on YouTube channel. So come on, we are the world's greatest.
Great content. Great show, Natoya.
You as well, Bob.
All right. I'll see you soon.
Bye.
Bye.